guys, what's up? It's Camray and you're watching Camray Music TV, and this is your last and final Insecure review for this year, season 3, episode number 8, Ghost Light. Don't forget, if you are new here, to subscribe down below to my channel, like the video and share with all your friends, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Camray Music TV, and comment down below as we go through this review because there was a lot of different things happening. Keep up with me. Let's go. Alright, so Issa is on the quest to find talents and different vendors for her block party. She starts off with the mom and pops, and you know, the one guy thought that she was a beggar, that she was homeless, and he was like, nice tactic, but I still know you homeless, boo. And you know, she's talking to all these people and no one is giving her any play. And we see that she's in different outfits, so that kind of lets us know that she's been trying and trying and trying and she's not hearing anything. She even gets so desperate in the end as to ask her tenants where she lives. And she asks homeboy who got the dog but says he don't have the dog, and then the ghetto girl from upstairs was like, yeah, I'll come. So this just lets us know how desperate Issa is for this block party, and she's realizing it's not as easy as she thought it was gonna be. Go figure. In the next scene, we see her with Molly and they're going out to eat, talking about her birthday, 30th birthday, and Issa then gave up on the whole block party thing and feels like Nathan was the one that ignited that in her, and since he's not around, she don't really have the motivation for it. And so at this point, I'm just feeling like, you know, Issa, I mean, we all do it, trust. We all have, you know, something that we're doing that a man fuels us and makes us want to do it even more. But I just feel like, you know, I'm not going to speak on it because Issa gets better throughout the episode. And you guys know, as women, I don't know about men, but when your 30th birthday comes, you have all these things that you would have hoped to have been done and successful by then. And so you're kind of, you know, at 30, it's like a new attitude, okay? So I'll be turning 29 this year. I still got another year to get it together. But, you know, Issa's just kind of trying to make sure that she's good. You can kind of tell. And so Molly's talking about the people in her office. I thought this was interesting. She says that the women are just shady and the men are cutthroat, just, you know, always trying to one up. Well, the women are shady because you made them that way, and men are cutthroat because, you know, that's the whole boys club thing or whatever. But you could have been cool with the ladies. You made them shady, Molly. Lawrence is with his dad, and I seen the soldiers or troops or airmen or seamen in the OCPs, and I was like, that's me right there. I'll be wearing them OCPs every day. So, you know, when I seen him, I was like, oh. So I don't know if Lawrence's dad is affiliated with the military. I don't know if he went out to the base to see his dad. I don't know what that was about. They kind of didn't really share, you know, what his dad does, unless Lawrence has said it in the past season. Anyway, so they're talking, and the gist of the conversation was Lawrence's dad wanted to know what's going on with Issa. You still talking to her? We find out that they are done, even though it's like hella googly eyes going on between these two, lingering, cute little finishing each other's sentences and all. I mean, it was just a whole lot. This light is bright. Jesus. So anyway, Lawrence's dad is explaining to him that if you want any type of relationship, you're gonna have to put work into it. And then, you know, Lawrence is sharing that every woman that he meets is, you know, divorced or doesn't, you know, all the problems that he has with women, and you can tell that he's being picky. But we all do this, you know, we all have this list, and we're like, if my man or if my girl don't adhere to all these things on my list, I don't want them. So then you just become unrealistic, because how many things off that list are you? And you may have it all together on the list on the outside, but on the inside you all messed up, insecure, everything going on. So what Lawrence's dad dropped on him, that wisdom that he dropped, was so good, because it's so true. You know, relationships take work. He let him know that, you know, him and his mother both had baggage, matching luggage sets before they got together. And, you know, it's something that I always say is just that, you know, one of the best things that you can do is be in a relationship with someone that's honest enough to just put it all out there, whatever they've gone through, whatever they got going on, and then it's up to you to decide if you're going to accept that. And I I feel like you accept it because the person's being honest with you versus somebody taking you out doing all this extra stuff for you and all their baggage is just hidden up under the bed somewhere. All right, so we gonna move on. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Molly's walking into work. She's looking for Morehouse dude, and her assistant tells her that he's in the conference room with the partners and they are requesting her attendance also. So in this moment, Molly, her face looks pale, you know, even though she's chocolatey, she looks pale because she knows something about to go down. What ends up going down is the partners ask for Morehouse dude and Molly to work on the case together. Morehouse dude is throwing hella shade, and it's not unwarranted. It's definitely warranted because Molly was out of line with what she did, and I already said she's trying to be at the top with who else? Who else gonna be up there with her? So Issa has an interview at the Beat Crew. Now, you know, I felt like it was a little too late, but you know, do what you gotta do. She finally, because she gave up on the block party, she went to the interview for the Beat Crew. You see how that works? I'm trying to figure out, because right now I'm in the middle of applying for a job. It's hectic, it's crazy, you don't know what's gonna happen. You're literally walking on faith and faith alone. You know, she's applying to do something that she's passionate about, but she might not be making that much money. So I'm just like, what is the end plan here? Are you gonna lift and do Beat Crew and, you know, like, I need to know. It is Issa's birthday and Molly pulls up, outfit ready to surprise her friend with some kind of trip or some kind of, you know, they have this running joke throughout the episode, I'm not your man, we're not dating. But Molly wants to surprise her best friend with something for her 30th birthday. So she pulls up in the whip, ready to go, and who do we see? Who do we see? Y'all, I'm telling y'all, when he came up on the screen, I was like so happy, but so mad and so confused and so like okay with the flowers. So the next thing that happened, I do not agree with. Okay, let's make that clear. Molly sees Nathan walking up jolly with his flowers, and she's like, boo, where is you going? My best friend is happy because it's her birthday. You're not gonna ruin it. You disappeared for a month. We didn't realize it's been a month now, but you disappeared for a month. You gotta go. No, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna ruin her birthday. So while I understand her reasoning, because she watched her friend just get that crazy over this dude, okay? Hair unconditioned, going through his stuff in his room, like, it was wild. But at the same time, give me that choice of what to do, because I'm not 16, I'm not your kid little sister, I'm not like an invalid, I'm not in a coma, like, no, I'm not going to bed yet. I'm not none of those things. So give me the choice or the option of dismissing him myself, or at least let me, you know, or referee a conversation right quick, and then we go on about our day. But you know, I don't know, maybe she just felt Issa couldn't handle it, and so she facilitated everything. But then it's still like, I'm a grown woman and I have questions for him, so why would you do this? So I don't know. And now that I said it out loud, I'm kind of in between. Like, I see why Molly did it, but then her reasoning later on kind of made me feel like you were out of line. So we're gonna move on. So keep in mind that Issa had no clue that Nathan showed up because Molly shooed him away before she could come outside. So they head on to, I don't know where they were going, but some movie screening. Apparently it's Issa's favorite movie. It's all these black folks out here. Apparently they're at a cemetery watching like a live screening of this movie, like on a, like at a drive-in kind of. So they all got their blankets out. Lawrence is there. They got this cute little exchange going on. I'm like, what is all this happening? I need it to stop. I'm confused. I'm confused because y'all say y'all done, but it's a whole lot of flirting and lingering going on. Like when she said she was reading his shirt, she wasn't reading that man's shirt. Kelly, you know, we love Kelly. She spots about 4 or 5 different exes. She got all this space because she don't want to repeat at Coachella. And She can't even remember old boys, you know, the tiny dude that she messed with. They're no longer messing around or whatever. And Molly says that she's done with Andrew also, literally for no reason, because we know that Molly is judgmental, she's controlling, she's selfish. Like, I love Yvonne Orji, but this girl, Molly's character, she irks the mess out of me. If I could say one thing about her, actually two things about her that are positive, it would be her style and her drive when it comes down to her business and work, okay? But everything else, it's a rag. So we find out that Chad is back with his fiance. Now, I was sitting here thinking, it ain't nothing like when your friends get back together, you know, that make you want to fix some things or realize things about what you might have messed up on. So I felt like Lawrence was having this moment where he was gonna come back to Issa. You know, he had brought her the Raisinets, and you know, they was lingering and all kind of, you know, he was talking to her all smooth and close. And so I really thought, like, okay, we're making steps back to each other. What is going on here? What is going on here? But no, that's not what was going on. And I don't know if Issa thought that's what was going on, if she's slowly falling for him again, because remember, Issa's the one who messed up. So Lawrence wasn't done with her, but she obviously feels guilty for the way that it messed up. So like, all those things come into play. You don't just we're gonna move on. Chad is back with his girl. Still doesn't seem remorseful. He did a thing, he apologized, she took him back, we're good. I said, is it really that easy? Oh, y'all making it too easy for these men out here. So Molly goes to the concession line, and she sees Jared. Y'all remember Jared? He used to drive for Enterprise, and Molly made this whole big deal about him not going to college. That was a problem for her. And then the fact that he had been with the guy before. So she deemed him as bisexual or gay. She had a problem with that. So when she saw him, you know, he made sure to mention that he was regional manager now. And, you know, everything's going great. She looks good. He looks good. And then a taller, I said taller like it meant something. A tall, you know, handsome young guy walks up, and he's holding snacks like it's for them too. So of course, Molly, judgmental again, assuming again, she runs away, literally runs away, because she's that freaked out. Goes back to her girls like, I just saw Jared and he is gay now, and you know, I always had a suspicion, I always had a feeling, blah 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 blah. Later on we see that Jared is with his girlfriend, who's not half as attractive as Molly, but anyway, you know, Molly's messed up on the inside, okay? But Jared's with his girlfriend, and the guy that he was with is his older brother, who's also with his girlfriend. So Molly had to pick up that face, pick it up, and I just said, damn, Molly, you catching L's all episode, and it's the closer. We should have winners in the closer, but you're losing bad. Molly and Issa are wrapping up the night. I don't know if I'm going in order because this is where my notes stopped, and I was tweeting like crazy because it was a lot going on real fast. But Molly and Issa are back at her place, and they're talking, catching up, and you know, Molly, vomit of the mouth, says, you know, you really had a successful birthday. We did this, we did that. You know, we blocked off any type of old flames, any type of old dudes, and we were like, skirt, wait a minute, who? What you talking about? Because remember, Molly hadn't told Issa about Nathan, so finding out this way probably makes you a little bit more irritated, annoyed, and upset. So Issa uses this point to let her know, just like I said earlier and just like I said on Twitter, that was not your decision to make. I'm grown. And then Molly says, you know, I seen how crazy you was acting, and I made a judgment call for my friend. Now, you know, this is what I was saying earlier. If Issa was drunk, Issa was depressed, comatose, invalid, all kind of, you know, if she was unable to make a decision for herself, then I say, you know, you got it, bestie. You got it, maid of honor. But if I'm in my right mind, you can be my right hand. You can stand there and make sure I do what I got to do, step in where you need to step in, referee, like I said. But other than that, that was not your decision, Molly, and I don't appreciate it. So Issa uses this opportunity to let her know, like, you just been really negative lately, very selfish lately. I don't know what you're on. You know, at work you acting a type of way. Molly lets us know, you know, you gotta do that to get ahead. But it's like Issa says exactly what I've been saying. You're gonna get to the top and be all by yourself, and are you cool with that or not? So it's just kind of like, you know, you use that lesson in real life. You know, you do all this stuff to get ahead and get to the top, and then you turn around and look around and who's with you and what's important to you. Maybe you don't mind being alone at the top, but most people like to be in good company. So Molly, let's get it together. This prompts Molly to call Andrew and apologize, even though it was very hard for her. Did y'all hear how she was stumbling over the words? I said, Molly, she must say never apologized in her life. Because even when she was talking to Issa, she didn't even want to admit no type of wrong. I don't even think she admitted wrong. She was just like, okay. So it took a while to apologize to Andrew with the tousled hair, but they got back on good terms. Now we see Nathan walking into the house. I said, y'all know y'all is wrong for making it seem like Nathan just ghosted off the face of the earth, and now we just seeing him in multiple scenes and multiple outfits and stuff. I will say that I thought that him ghosting, they were gonna keep that storyline, because dudes really do this. They really do just ghost and be gone, and then you find out later on that he's married, that he got kids, that he had some long-term girlfriend, long distance girlfriend. But they didn't do it like that. The way that they brought him back, we're going to move on to that. I don't know if I'm skipping parts, but we're going to move on to it. We see that Issa gets the flowers from her. You know what? I did skip a part. Issa walks up to the girl who put on the movie screening event. Apparently they met at Tiffany's baby shower. I don't remember seeing this happen, but there was so much going on that it might have happened. I mean, clearly it happened. But anyway, she walks up to her and she wants to know how she was able to make this event happen. And this is where we learn about persistence. Persistence is very important, because just like a job search, you know, you can't get discouraged so easily, which is going on right now. You got to keep applying. You got to keep asking and talking to people and networking. And that's what old girl was telling Issa. And so, you know, I already started to see a friendship forming here, but then I also started to wonder what the hell, who the hell, why the hell. Because when they went out for coffee to, you know, bounce ideas off of each other, she said that she had a date. And I said it's either with Lawrence or it's with Nathan. And this is setting it up for next season, because Issa's making this girl almost a mentor. You know, like, I look at It's Rocks as a mentor. She's somebody that I watched for years and years and years and years. And finally, I mean, in conjunction with a lot of other YouTubers, but I really liked her style. And so because I watched her so many times, I started to want to have my own and do my own. And, you know, obviously not like hers, but I got a lot of inspiration from her. So that's what's going on with Issa and this girl. She's pulling stuff from her. She's getting tactics and ideas and, you know, a better way to do stuff, and obviously just networking. But when she said she had a date, I knew it was with Lawrence, and I knew it was with Nathan, and I knew it was gonna be a problem. So of course they go out on a date, and she thought that Lawrence was done because she's been through a divorce. And if you recall from the conversation with his dad said, you know, don't be having this list. So, and Lawrence named somebody who was divorced. So the conversation with his dad, stuff that went on with Chad, made him rethink the stuff with old girl. Now, I don't know how I feel about these two, because she's a nice enough girl, but you know, we was counting on Issa and Lawrence to get back together. I don't think it's gonna happen, y'all, because the way Nathan was looking, I mean, he was looking like he was in tears and he was just acting. So what do y'all think about his excuse about why he was gone? Issa gets these flowers from by her doorstep. You know, she looks at them and you know, she's thinking about him. I don't know, she called him over to talk, and they're talking just outside. And I said, yes, you better stand your ground, girl. Don't let that man come up in there, woo you with them eyes and put his hands all over you, and then it's over, you take him back. So they're standing outside, and Issa looks pissed, and she's just waiting, like, you could talk, you got it. Nathan didn't really have an excuse. Like, no good reason to me. Like, I had to get my mind right. I just had to go home. Like, I don't know if it was just written poorly, or I don't know if he's lying. I don't know if maybe he does have some mental health and this is like the open to that. Like, let's talk to a therapist. Let's get that worked through. Don't bottle stuff in. That's a problem in our community. Don't bottle stuff in. Talk it out. Write it down. All this stuff, right? But I don't know. Nathan was like really touching my heartstrings, but then my mind was like, them green eyes, no. You went back to see your wife and your son had a recital and you didn't want to miss it. So you went and you stayed for a little bit while longer and then you came on back. That's what I think. But you know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I forgot to mention that Issa goes on the interview with the Beat Crew, and when she's on the interview, maybe I did mention this earlier, but when she's on the interview, he asked about her last job, and this is why I said it's not good to just be walking out on no job. He asked what happened with the last job. She just said she wanted something that she was more passionate about, but still, they're gonna need a reference, and you worked there for 4 or 5 years. Like, you messed that up. You messed that up. So anyway, we see Issa talking to Nathan. She doesn't invite him in. She says that she needs time to think about it. She lets him know her feelings. You know, you hurt my feelings. You just left me. You've been gone for a month and a half. You didn't return any of my phone calls. All valid points that I had forgotten once I seen Nathan, which is the problem. That's what happens with us. You know, once we see him, we forget all the hurt and pain. We take him on back, and then we remember when it happens again. So this was good because Issa has grown. She has grown so much, and we saw that in the way that she dismissed him, gave herself time to think about everything going on, and unpacked her place. And you know, self-love. Just unpacked her place and turned on some music and, you know, just cleaned and was alone with her feelings and herself. And that is what I'm always advocating for. Before you invite someone else in, understand yourself, understand what you love about you, what you need to work on about you. That's all I be saying, y'all. She turned the music on and she was just fine with just her and herself. So this season, it was a lot. It was about transition, and it was about change, hard change, and being an adult and knowing better and doing better. And I think they hit the nail on the head. A lot of stuff that I've been through in my life was prevalent and evident in this episode. I mean, in this season, period. So just to see it and see that other people go through it too, that was endearing. And then to realize that there is a greener side, you do come out okay. So this job search, y'all pray for me. I'm trying to find something. Husband trying to find something. You know, we trying to get out here. We trying to make these dreams pop. But obviously it takes persistence, like Issa said, consistency, prayer, faith, all that. Hard work. So you guys leave down in the comment section what you thought about this episode. I mean, that's it, no more, for a whole nother year. And they said that they not releasing longer episodes and they not releasing more episodes within a season. Regina King directed this episode, and so you know, when it's not evident the angle, like last episode was like from her point of view, it's hard for me to understand the differences in directing. But shout out to Regina King. Shout out to Issa Rae for getting all these star-studded individuals in her stuff. What did y'all think about the season? It's really over. What am I gonna review now? Anyway, I'm Camerae and this is Camerae Music TV. If you are new here, please make sure you go down below and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment and let me know where I can follow you on Instagram or Twitter, because you can follow me at Camerae Music TV. Like the video, share the video, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!